Hi, this is Shannon Marie. It's August 1st, 2018, and I really wanted to check in because I have been so excitedly sharing with everybody the classes that I was going to be teaching over the weekend. And I've been just so open about sharing the spiritual journey that I've been on. And I wanted to just check in with you because the class did not happen. But I want to share with you why. And it's really exciting. And I think that while I'm super into spiritual stuff, I know not everybody is, but what's happening regarding our planet and other planets, like for example with the full moon we had over the weekend, the energy of our planet and the surrounding elements and the things that are going on surrounding our planet, they affect what's going on with us. So I wanted to just do this little video and talk about the power of energy and the significance of energy in our lives. And if we're not aware, then we should become aware. So I was really, really excited to teach the class over the weekend, the spiritual class, talking about energy and just empowerment. And this is really wearing me out. But I can tell you one thing, I am not about to remake this video. I'm trying to go eat. So, and I had all these plans to give these amazing spiritual tools, and I just think that I need to put that on hold just for a second, and I wanted to focus on this right now. So, basically, I had 6 people that were gonna come to the class. 3 different groups of people, basically, and I'll just summarize quickly. So, one group of 4 people, and then 2 single people. And I'm sharing all of these details because it blew my mind, and I felt if I did not share this, I would be doing myself and the audience a big disservice, because when God and the universe speaks, you listen and you act on it. And I'm so grateful that things happened the way that they did, actually, and I acted upon my energetic state at the moment, and other people did too that are also very sensitive to energy as I am. So I'm sharing all this with you because maybe you had a similar experience over the weekend, potentially, and even moving forward in our lives. When things happen celestially, they affect what happens on the surface of our planet. So let me get into it. Or no, I'll just summarize quickly what happened. So that will ease into what I have on this paper here that I've written out so that I can just tell you accurately. I don't want to skip anything. So I had basically three groups of people coming, or 4 a group and then 2 single people. And they were excited to come. I had everything set up. I had prepared. I wasn't even nervous at all. But about an hour before I was to teach the class, or an hour and a half for one person and then the other 2 an hour before, I got messages saying, hey Shannon, I really want to come. I was really looking forward to it, but I need to stay home and I just need to be still right now. I'm just feeling a little bit, like, considering how I'm feeling right now, I'm just listening to myself and I need to stay home. I don't feel like being around a bunch of people right now. So that was, I got one message earlier, and then I got 2, and like 30 minutes later, an hour before the class was supposed to start, basically saying the same thing. And I'm sharing all of this because I was so happy to hear that they weren't coming, because I was feeling so off. Like, energetically, I couldn't explain it. And I didn't feel, I mean, I would have taught the class, absolutely, and it would have been great. But how I was feeling, even the night before I had plans, and I ended up telling my friend, I'm like, not tonight. I need to hold my energy. I need to be alone. And that's what I did the night before. And I woke up Saturday morning feeling more of the same. and it was a little bit more elevated, actually, like the intensity in which I felt. Just a little bit dizzy, like I felt like I wasn't, I don't know, I don't, just off. I felt off. There's no words in the English language to describe exactly how I felt, but my energy was off. I felt just kind of, it was just like wavy. I don't know, like, I don't even know. I didn't feel balanced. I didn't feel grounded, but I did all my grounding spiritual practices to do it, to get the result like I normally do. And it just, nothing was working. I was exhausted. I was so tired. So, and I ended up sleeping. So the class didn't start, or didn't happen. So the class was supposed to start at 1 o'clock. At 1:09, I laid down and took a nap for 4 or 5 hours. I haven't done that in so long, but my body needed it. And in that moment, my body needed to just be in a just very still state, because a lot of basically energetic upgrades happen when your mind is not active, when your physical body is still. So a lot of that stuff happens when we're sleeping. So I needed to sleep, and I just felt so off. I just felt like, you know what, I don't even know what else to do. I need to lay down. And I did. And I woke up feeling refreshed, but I also was just still very tired. And Sunday also, I was exhausted Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I rested the whole entire time. And luckily, I took off of work Friday and Saturday. I had the space to just, it was all about self-care and nurturing myself, because I knew that I needed it. So I did a meditation on Friday, I think it was the 27th, I believe. Yeah, on the 27th, July 27th, 2018, was the full moon and eclipse at the same time. And the energy of one of those things is super powerful, and I'm gonna explain it to you, because I did this meditation, and how I look at it and how heaven explained to me, basically when we do these types of meditations, it's literally like doing surgery on your energy. When you're removing dead stuff and pulling it out, taking it out. Like the things that no longer serve me, remove it. And this time opens up energetically these astrological events opened up a special gateway for things to really happen and for changes to really occur on a really deep and quick level. So I'm gonna just read this, because I did a Meg Benedicte. That's her name, Meg Benedicte. She is this wonderful, wonderful human. Wonderful. So enlightened, so conscious, so elevated. I mean, she's such a gem on this planet. And it's such an honor to even, I feel like she's my soul family. It's an honor really to know her, to know who she is, and to have access to her work. So she does these meditations. And boy, let me tell you, I mean, it was really powerful. So 9 minutes into the video, I'm gonna now explain the juice of what happened this weekend. So, a lot of this came from, it's the pre-talk that she does before the meditation, but I added a few things, just a few little things. So basically, this is what happened this weekend energetically. So we had lots of astrological events going on at the same time. Sun was in Leo. Mercury turned retrograde the day before on the 26th. And at the same time, the sun opposed Mars in Aquarius. And at that moment, people, Meg and others, started to feel the energetic intensity building. Plus, there was a full moon, a blood moon, full blood moon, and a solar eclipse, which was the longest lunar eclipse in the entire century. These events bring about transformation and shake things loose. So, she says, pay attention to your dreams and your visions. I added thoughts and how you're feeling, revelations and aha moments. The things in your subconscious, and I added, and that the things that you're unconscious of, they are coming up to the surface for you to bring awareness to. If you don't understand what's going on, and I added, in and around you, ask your higher self and your heavenly team. She said, ask your higher self what's going on. Or what? No, she said, ask your higher self, what does this mean? But I'm adding to anyone watching this, you can ask God, ask Jesus, ask any ascended master or any heavenly leader or an archangel, anybody in heaven that you connect to, even your heavenly team. We all have a heavenly team on earth. God would never send us here alone to do this on our own. Never in life. You were just led to believe that you were here and by yourself, but that's not true. So call out to your heavenly team. They're here. They're waiting with bated breath to connect with you and serve you and to answer your requests. So if you don't know what's going on, ask for clarification. You can do that. This combination of celestial events is supporting and focusing on independence. I added a few things. This combination of celestial events is supporting and focusing on independence, inner authority, and personal empowerment, learning how to be independent and part of a community. The Leo Aquarius theme is shedding centuries of outdated limitations that have blocked our full actualization. The Aquarius lunar eclipse illuminates the sacred path to soul enlightenment and activating deeper empowerment so we can move into a win-win solution for the greater good, for the global community. We don't have that right now, but we're moving towards it. And she adds, with so many planets in retrograde right now, we are experiencing a deep review cycle of the hidden shadow side. And I'm adding the shadow side of each of us and of the world around us. So the darkness in and around us is coming up to the surface for us to deal with, to acknowledge, to engage with, and to release or keep, whatever it is we want to do. But it's time for us to make these decisions. And this beautiful celestial event, these astrological events, is giving us the opportunity to do that. And I just wish so badly that we were taught these things, how to work with our planet, how to work with the energies of things that are happening outside of our planet. How incredible would that be? But thank you for Meg Benedicte and for other people that are, even me, that are sharing this knowledge. We're so intelligent. We're such intelligent beings, and nature, the universe, is just pure intelligence. But we were led to believe that it was fake and fairy tale. But it's alive. The air that we breathe is alive. The water that we drink, it's alive. It's like a person. There's consciousness in that. Your water holds memory. Your water it can remember. So you can charge your water with things. Love, healing, and then bring it into your body. Why weren't we taught these things? Come on, like, this is amazing. It's magical. So So let me get back to this. I'm going to repeat that again because that was really important. And with so many planets in retrograde right now, and retrograde simply means so the planets all move the way that they do. And retrograde means that it's moving backwards. So the energy that it's giving off the energy that it's giving off is different than it would when it's moving forward. That's why things just seem a little bit hectic, or things get blamed on, hey, a planet's in retrograde. Mercury's in retrograde. Like, it's throwing us off, it's throwing our energies off. So you gotta you don't gotta do anything, but it's beneficial to your life if you are aware of these things and work with these things. And with so many planets in retrograde right now, she says, we are experiencing a deep review cycle of the hidden shadow side, and I'm adding of ourselves and the world around us, because there's a lot of darkness in us just by living in this life, the way that it's been set up, and there's a lot of darkness in the world around us. So all of that's coming to the surface in our governmental systems, in our school systems, in our technology, in our food, in our water supply, planetarily. There's lots of darkness all over, but the goal is to clear it all out, but it only starts when you recognize it's there. You can't do anything about something you don't know that's there. So all of this darkness is coming to the surface. So it's time for us to deal with it individually and collectively. So with so many planets in retrograde right now, we are experiencing a deep review cycle of the hidden shadow side. The eclipse is flushing out separation programming. This is from living in the matrix, so keep an eye on that. Anywhere you find looping in the mind, it's locking us into limitation, and we want to clear that. Looping in the mind. When you get a thought, she didn't explain this, but this is my interpretation of that. When you get a thought and it just continues to play, if it's like a lot of times, most times it's like a negative thought or a low vibrating thought. Sorry, this thing is crazy. So when you find that happening, all that's doing, like when you become conscious of that, all that's doing, it's keeping you locked in limitation. But when you break out of that, that's when the real magic happens. When you recognize that you've been locked in limitation your whole life, you've been stuck in these loops, and then once you break free, there's no limit to where you can go. Only the limits that we put on ourselves. So that's really powerful. And then she says, and while we are in this open eclipse gateway, because this time energetically is literally like a gateway opening for us, all this magical stuff to happen. She says, and while we are in this open eclipse gateway, we're being bathed in this crystalline diamond light, which is so beautiful. And we worked with a lot of that in the meditation. The eclipse stargates appearing in front of you on your path of light, like massive doorways of light leading you into new realms. The eclipse is allowing you a rare opportunity to quantum shift into living your soul's life, your highest, best life. And this kind of gets into the really, really this sentence is so powerful, and I'm gonna repeat this other places, and this is really special how these words are put together and the energy of the sentence that I'm gonna read to you right now. It says, when you combine intentional thought and vision with heart's desires, you are amplifying your heart's magnetism. I'm gonna read that again. When you combine intentional thought and vision with your heart's desires, you are amplifying your heart's magnetism. And it's really interesting because the meditation that she did for us, we followed along. I've written many of those, but the time hasn't been right for me to share it. And it's combining these things, intentional thought, plus having a literal vision, like you're seeing it happen and feeling it happen, with your heart's desires. When you're combining those things, that amplifies your heart's magnetism. The energy of your heart is so strong. The energy of your heart is like a second brain, but it's more powerful than your brain and your mind. And she goes on to say, use your soul's magnetism to bring in what we need to support our life and our mission. I like this part. This is not for everybody, and I was debating on whether or not to say this, but for some of you, when you hear this, this will activate something inside of you. So, we are transmitters and receivers of light. And we are ancient alchemists coming in from the past or the future to do this work. In today's events, she says, prior to the meditation, we are tapping into the ancient ritual of alchemy, dating all the way back to Atlantis and Lemuria, and to the 12 tribes of the great central sun. And that's all I'm going to say for now. That was really amazing and powerful, and I wanted to share that with you. So, hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. And basically, I'll just close out by saying, I just really want people, my ultimate dream would be for people to know themselves, is to recognize themselves. How are you feeling right now? How are you genuinely, authentically, 100% you? How are you feeling right now? And how are you authentically 100% thinking right now? What thoughts are yours right now? Not anybody else's. Not what you were programmed to believe or taught to believe. What do you feel like doing right now? Authentically, genuinely, 100%. What do you feel like doing right now? We all need to get in the groove of that. We have to. Our souls are just screaming to shine through, and we've been shutting that. Our soul's energy out. We've been shutting it off. We've been dimming that light. But that time, no more. If you feel like you're here to help the world, start living your soul's life. It's time, because the world needs us. The world needs us to do this work. And we can't do anything unless we are empowered and aware of our true selves. So, I really, really hope that you enjoyed this video. I normally do this before all the videos, but this is my Palo Santo. Ooh. This clears negative energy, and it just brightens up the space energetically. Blessings to you. Blessings to you. That carbonated water is making me, I just burped a little. Whew. Release it. Love you. Oh my gosh, and this weekend I was supposed to be away camping. I was supposed to be at this amazing camp out event that was all weekend. And one of my favorite humans on this planet, Shaman Durek, was there. And I was really hoping to see him, and he does workshops, but I was feeling like I needed to be home, and I wasn't really sure why. And I thought it was to teach the class. I'm like, oh, perfect, that worked out. But I didn't teach the class. I needed to listen to my own soul's energy and allow these amazing transformations to happen, because I felt it. I felt it. And so the energies already were shifting me. And then the meditation that I did, powerful, really powerful. And I could feel it. And there's so much that happened that I did not feel. So I know that I just feel really positive about my life, and I'm really happy to be alive right now. So if you've made it to the end of the video, I really appreciate you. I love you very much, and thank you.